Good morning, everyone. My name is Valerie Harris, and I want to thank each of you for joining me for my first series on stepping up and stepping out on last Monday. Today, we will continue with the series number 2. If you desire to take notes, go and get some paper and pencil so that I can give you some nuggets to think about for the rest of the week. When you step up and step out, it must be with a different mindset. Whatever you do, do it with intention. Is it easy? Absolutely not. And I want to use myself as an example. Last Monday, I had everything set. I had checked everything. I thought everything was working properly. And I clicked go live. And all of a sudden, the phone started ringing, my cell phone, my house phone. And I'm like, all morning, the phone hadn't rung. And I'm like, what's going on? So I happened to look at my phone and saw the message where they were saying they couldn't hear me. They couldn't hear me. They heard music in the background, but they couldn't hear what I was saying. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I had to hurry up and get everything off so that you all wouldn't see me out there looking like I was crazy talking to the screen and nobody could hear what I was saying. But I want to tell you that just to let you know that even when you go through any type of setback, I went through that setback, but I did not allow that distraction to stop progress. I had to move forward. Type in the chat, I have to move forward. Even during distractions, I must move forward. Now, I want you to think about something. Which of these statements have you said to yourself before? If you have, today, I want you to stop saying, I won't do it, I can't do it. I want you to start saying, I want to do it. How do I do it? I'll try to do it. I can do it. I will do it. Yes, I did it. Because if you don't try, you won't succeed. You have to try. And guess what? There are people out there that can help you when there's something you don't know how to do. You have to open up your mouth and ask for help. If you don't ask, then you'll be sitting there saying the same thing again. I won't do it. I can't do it. But I want to reassure you that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So today, we're going to be working on our mindset. Remember last week, I told you that you have greatness inside of you that the world needs. How many of you need to change your mindset about different things you may encounter? We all in life encounter different things, and it depends on the type of mindset that we have. Will have a lot to do with the way we handle those things. And so we want today to talk about and bring words out of our mouth that speaks positive. I want you to speak positive words today. It is important that we are willing to learn from our mistakes because guess what? We are human and we will make mistakes. We will have shortcomings. But guess what? We cannot allow those shortcomings to stop us from doing what we need to do. So whenever you make a mistake, that is proof you are trying. So when you make a mistake, that's proof that you were trying. Once that happens, you will be able to see improvement. Come on now, put in the chat, I will move forward. Say it again, I will move forward. Why? Because I'm determined. Say to yourself, I am a winner. I will stop procrastinating. I will not procrastinate any longer. Because a lot of times you have things that you want to do or things that you desire to do, and you'll say, well, I guess I'll do it tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, you still haven't done it. So you need to have a mindset of not procrastinating, because there is much for you to do. You have to get in the habit in the morning to get up early and spend some time with God so that he can refresh you, renew your mind. I want you to know today that if you're watching this broadcast, I want to tell you that you are brilliant. You are creative. You are talented. You are more than a conqueror. I want to say that again. You are brilliant. Say to yourself, you are brilliant. Put it in the chat. I'm brilliant. Put in the chat, I'm creative. Put in the chat, I'm talented. And most of all, you are more than a conqueror in Christ Jesus. So just begin to know that God loves you with an everlasting love. And each of you that are watching and those that will do the replay, I want you to know that you are gifted to do marvelous things. When you have the right mindset, it will influence the results in your life. Romans 12:2 says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your mind can be completely transformed. You can overcome any fear, because God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. You can overcome any doubts that you have in your mind, and you can overcome any misforgivings. So remember that your mind can be completely transformed. Don't get stuck in the past and miss out on what is evolving all around us day in and day out, because you can make it. And my question to you is, are you hungry for more growth in your life? Learning, I want to remind you of this. Learning has no limits attached to it. So as long as you want to learn, and you put yourself out there and you ask questions and you open up your mouth, you can learn the things that you need to learn so that you can make it or do some of the things that you've dreamed about doing. Don't allow your age to be a hindrance in your life. Put in the chat, write this right here. One thing that you plan to enhance as far as your growth for 2022. Put it in the chat. Now, what I would like for you to do is take out a sheet of paper, because we're going to do an exercise. So take out a sheet of paper, draw a line down the middle of the paper, or you can just listen to the list that I'm going to give you. Because the thing of it is, when we're talking about mindset, there's a whole lot of literature out there about mindset. You can either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. Which one do you want to have? So in your first column, I want you to write 2% of the population fixed mindset. The second column, I want you to put growth mindset. Okay? So ask yourself, which one are you? Are you the growth mindset or the fixed mindset? And you'll be able to tell the difference as I read the list. I have a list that I'm going to give to you. And if any of these words that I give you, if it sounds like you, or you need to work on it, put it in the chat, because that's why I'm here, to encourage you with your mindset. 2% of the population have a growth mindset, and 98% of the population have a fixed mindset. Which one are you? Okay. So the first one I'm going to ask you, are you going to go after your dreams, or are you going to be a procrastinator? Decide whether you're going to go after your dream or whether you're going to procrastinate. Are you willing to embrace the unknown, or are you going to sit there and live in fear? Because like I told you, God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Are you going to say today that I'm confident in myself? Because if you are, put it in the chat. I am confident in myself. Or are you going to sit there with a bunch of regrets? If you've asked for forgiveness, you have to forget all about it. You need to move forward and live a life that you can be excited about. So are you going to live a life that brings you excitement? Or are you going to try to stay in the safe zone, trying to just survive each and every day? Or are you willing to go out there and explore new things? Or are you just going to sit there and try to be like everybody else? Think about it. Are you willing to accept change in your life? Because as we grow, we change. Our mind change. Our attitudes change. Our thinking change. But I want you to have a growth mindset today. I want you to focus in on having a growth mindset. Are you going to choose to live happy? Or are you going to choose to just get by? Are you willing to live without limits? Or are you going to live feeling insecure? Are you going to just feel like you can fulfill the dreams in your life? Or are you going to sit there and say, oh, well, things are dull, and you act like you're dull? I want you to change your mindset today. So don't say in spite of, or that you're going to just settle for the less of. You want to get the most out of your life. Stop staying in the comfort zone. When you stay in your comfort zone, you will miss out. Okay? So do I need to go through the list again? But I will send this list out to you, or you can do the replay and listen to the list that I gave you again. So which are you? Are you the 2% of the population that has a growth mindset? Or are you the 98% that have a fixed mindset with negative thinking? You are in control of your mind. He who keeps his mind stayed on him will be kept in perfect peace. And I want to talk about Habakkuk 2:2 that tells us to write the vision and make it plain so that whoever reads it can run with it. It is so important that you understand that God has a place within each of us with vision that is designed to give purpose and meaning to our life. Let me say that again. It is important that you understand that God placed within each of us a vision that is designed to give purpose and meaning to our lives. Remember this: no one can destroy iron but its rust. Likewise, no one can destroy a person but his own mindset. So you're the only one that can destroy your mindset. That's why you have to take charge of your mind. Success is 5% strategy and 95% mindset. Don't wait until you have reached your goal to be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself with every step that you make towards reaching that goal. But what you have to do is you have to set some goals. You have to write them out. Write your vision. Write your goals as far as how you're going to do it. Because if you don't write it out and if you don't act on it, guess what? You're not going to do it. Because when you put one foot forward, God will carry you. But if you don't do anything, you're not giving him anything to work with. So on the bottom part of your paper, or turn your piece of paper over, write down some things that you are most passionate about. During this week, I want you to make a passion list. Something that gives you joy, something that gives you excitement, something that you really, really like doing. Some of you like writing. Some of you are authors at heart. Some of you like helping other people. Some of you like writing poetry. Some of you like equipping others. Some of you like to garden. Some of you like to make things. God gave us our hands to use our hands to make things. So I want you to start today. Begin to have more passion about your vision. I will put a sheet in the chat that you can download and look at it and write on it or copy it and just keep it near you. And so when you're thinking about a vision, think about your spiritual vision, your family, personal things, your ministry, your health or health habits, going to exercise, having a holistic lifestyle where you're keeping your body and your mind and your spirit lifted up, your financial goals and the vision for your financial goals. Where do you want to be in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you want to be in the next 10 years? How do you want to look at your finances? What are you going to do to invest your money? You have to think about all those things. And I want you to repeat after me this afternoon or this morning. I don't think it's afternoon yet. We have about 6 minutes before it'll be 12 o'clock. But I want you to repeat after me. I am awesome. I am unique. I am strong. I am me. Be your authentic self. Today, say a kind word to someone. It will make a big difference in their life. It was wonderful coming online talking to you today. And if you have any questions, you can DM me or you can text me or call me. But just make sure that you say a kind word to someone, because it will make a world of difference. Just that kind word that you say to someone. And I want you to make sure that you work on your mindset, your passion, the vision that God has given you. I want you to remember those things today. And like I said, thank all of you for last week for encouraging me. That's why I'm back today, to come back and encourage you. So those that come in the replay, you will get the same message, and make sure you shout out to me and ask any questions that you would like to ask. And I want to thank you again for coming out, sharing, stepping up, and stepping out with Talk Time Val. Talk to you later.